Hey guys, how's it going? Allie Marie here with My Catholic Perspective. Today I want to share with you my 4 favorite research books that I utilize to create my videos on this channel. Over on Patreon, we were discussing whether I would compare and contrast different catechisms or different Bibles, and at the end of the day after meditating, I realized that there are 4 pivotal books that I utilize when I'm looking into truths for the Catholic Church. And just snuggling with my daughter a few minutes ago, it's like, I really like these particular books because I feel like they are the most direct in helping me understand Christ's love for me and Mary's love for Christ, and in turn, her love for all of us. So, first and foremost, well, I have the catechisms, right? But first and foremost is a Bible. So my favorite Bible is the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible. It was created by Scott Hahn and somebody else that I don't ever remember your name. But for each book, they talk about the history of the chapter, and then they have all of these subtexts. If you have never seen the Ignatius Catholic Study Bible, it's only the New Testament version at this point. If you've never seen it, I'm sure that your local Catholic bookstore has it, but it is amazing at tying in Old Testament prophecies to how the New Testament has fulfilled them. A lot of times in the comments, if I get, somebody's like, oh, well, what about John 6, or what about John chapter 26 verse, or chapter 21 verse 9, it says, when they got out on land, they saw a charcoal fire there with fish lying on it and bread. That means that Jesus couldn't have been the bread of life. And so then you can look down below and it talks about charcoal fire. This expression is used only here, sets up this conversation between Jesus and Peter. The point is that Peter is given a second chance to affirm his love for Christ in front of a fire after 3 times of denying him in front of a fire. So just with the charcoal fire there, all of a sudden there's a connection that Peter was redeemed. I don't even know how that verse came up. That was a random verse I picked. But that's the whole point of it. You can go to any verse in this Bible and you will find some sort of wholeness of truth that edifies further the Catholic faith, that edifies further that the tradition has been upheld. And it's just been amazing for my faith walk as somebody who converted to Catholicism, who understood the New Testament as something that I could just kind of interpret my own way if I read it a certain way. And this has really been helpful in honing in on what it is that the church actually teaches. Which, going further into that, we have the Standard Catechism of the Catholic Faith and the UCAT, or also known as the Youth Catechism. The UCAT was my first version of the catechism that I was introduced to. It was given to me in my RCIA class when I was 21 and joining the faith. And this is basically the new version of the Baltimore Catechism. The Baltimore Catechism was laid out in question and answer format. It was created in the 1800s. There were several revisions. It was found to be not fully theologically sound. And so ultimately, it was the fullness of curriculum in Catholic schools and churches, and then it was removed. So now we have the UCAT, the Youth Catechism, which is also laid out in question and answer format, which can sometimes make it not as accessible, I feel, as the Standard Catechism. But with it has, they have all kinds of different quotes in the sides and everything, which are just wonderful. I don't know. I feel like quotes are a big thing now that we only have however many characters with Twitter and whatnot, 180 characters. So lots of different ways to just express truth in very succinct ways. And then also, in that very simple question and answer format. What does it mean to have fortitude? Why is it virtuous to be moderate? And so you can basically just go through, and in the back there's a, an index where you can look up different items, and it gives you the paragraph or question number that was in, which the index is exactly why I love the catechism. The catechism is seriously my favorite. If I am like, I really want to do a video on finances, I can go to the back of the catechism and I can look up the word finance, and I can say, okay, where is finance in here? Let's see, finance. Okay, there's nothing on finance, but I'm sure I could find something for like cost or money, probably money. So I think about it and I'm like, okay, well, what else could I look up? And so I just really like that because it gives that opportunity to have direct paths to what I want to talk about. I'm still looking for money. I don't know.
apparently it's not in here. I don't know what it would be underneath $, but money was a bad example. My verse thing worked out this way. This one, not so much. But so you can say, okay, we're going to go to light. And it says, as a symbol of the Holy Spirit. So it's paragraph 697. So I can go to paragraph 697. 697. It says, cloud and light. These two images occur together in the manifestations of the Holy Spirit. And so it just goes on. And you can really, the index has saved me on so many topics just because it covers everything. And it's essentially the context in which the Bible was written, because this contains the history of the Catholic faith. This upholds all the oral tradition that has been preserved through the centuries, through the millennia. And as a convert to Catholicism, it's mind-blowing to me how much information there is and just how accessible it ends up being if we know how to utilize it, how to find it. And so here we go. So that one's this. And as I said in the Youth Cat, I really like that as the quotes in the side. So my favorite purchase that I have made during Christmas time is the Dictionary of Early Christians' Beliefs. I have talked about this book before. I just absolutely love it. It has been incredibly helpful for absolutely anything. Like if I want to look up money in this one, here it says, see almsgiving, materialism, prosperity, tithes, tithing. So it basically says, oh, okay, well, these are the different synonyms that I could use for money, and use those to look it up in the Catechism to see what the church teaches about money. So that has kind of been what I've utilized in the past to see what the church teaches, how to share information most concisely, and just, I don't know if I'm always eloquent, but, in the most succinct way that the church teaches. And I wanted to share those with you today. I will put links below for you to purchase or look into them if you're interested. Both of my daughters are now awake from their nap, so I have to run, but God bless you. I pray that He grants you the resources that you need to draw closer to Him and to those around you, and I pray that you're able to make it a great day. I'll see you in the comments.